Hey, boys, go add me up, follow me up, friend me up, whatever the hell you got to do on all this stuff right here. I'll add you back on PS Network, Xbox Live, Snapchat. I'll add you back, Steam. I'll add you back and get you in the Discord. My username for all of this is just Spencer Turley, no spaces and no capital letters. So you can see it right there. That's all you got to do. Preparing for liftoff. You know what it is, boy. Let's get it. All aboard. Alrighty then. Got us a little bit of Runswick coast action made by Titan. And this is one of those pretty unique tracks that'll catch your eye if you sit on the forums. Just kind of a little bit of a different vibe than the standard everyday track, right? So thought it was pretty cool. Definitely worthy to come in here and check out. Overshooting my corners like crazy. So I can't really tell if this track is like trying to be like a trail motocross hybrid. I don't even know really exactly. It almost feels more like a trail track to me than an actual motocross track. Not like super trail, not like, super GNCC or anything like that, but I don't know, just the way the corners kind of snake around, it gets really narrow in some areas. Just kind of feels like this very backyardy, motocrossy, almost trail type track design type thing going on here. So pretty cool. Definitely something different than you see every day on this game. Cool, like skybox in combination with the super green grass and the on-track dirt decal gives it this whole own personal, unique sort of feeling to the entire track. So I thought that was pretty cool to it. But yeah, man. So he's got. So there's this whole area, okay, you'll see it right here. Hey-oh, where am I going? I don't know. Pretty sure 99.99% of everybody and their grandmother is going to do that when they hit that jump for the first time. So, yeah, so you come out of this really cool beachy area, and then I really like the way he designed all this down here, even though this is like not even the track at all. It's kind of like what you're seeing. You see the lighthouse, and then you see all this down below where you're riding right here. But I love the way this particular sand decal and that darker blacky rock type decal and then the grass up at the top, that looks really fucking good. And I think he's got a slight fog on this track too that kind of gives it a little bit of a misty, hazy, you know what I'm saying, kind of that lighthouse haze that you would expect on a some sort of track like this. It's always a good time to practice your wheelies. Wet Willie Wednesday, Willie boys, you know what it is. I think I got me a good one. It's a whole lot harder to ride a wheelie in sand in this game than it is like normal traction because the sand is like so much more weird, harder to predict. I don't know. I know that's kind of hard to explain that, but like if you're really used to popping wheelies on like standard dirt traction and then you try to come in here and do it on sand, it's gonna take you a couple times before you can get the bike where you want it. Every kind of traction is going to be completely different for riding wheelies like this, but this is a perfect area to do it on because it's pretty flat, right? But not perfectly flat, so it's kind of got like a little bit of a realism to it, a little bit of a challenge to it, but you know what it is. We can ride a wheelie all day long in this game. So then I was like trying to get back up to the track. That was a hill climb challenge in itself. Good God, Spence. This is the kind of fun shit you can do, though, on tracks when they actually make cool off-tracks and, like, full-blown off-track. That looks so good right there, dude. The way that mountain is sort of shaped and designed and the way that those ocean statues are kind of out there and the skybox and all that looks really good. I love the flowers in combination with the natural grass billboard statue. I think those are billboards. I'm not exactly sure, but it looks good, man. Nice little flower patches and shit on that. But yeah, I would certainly say the off-track is better than the on-track on this one. The on-track's okay. I don't know. It can just kind of feel a little bit weird. He's kind of going through a little bit of that same sort of syndrome on the on-track doesn't really feel like down in the ground dug down in the ground. So there's a lot of occasions where you feel like you're just kind of going off track and you don't even mean to, like that right there, you know what I mean? Just kind of the way, that's what I mean by it's kind of more like a trail track in a certain sense because there's so many different little areas where you're just going to naturally go off the track with how the track will sort of bottleneck and go from a wider to a more narrow area. And some of the places, I mean, even right there, you know, I was off track right there. There's a lot of places you'll do that in without even trying at all. If he would have went in there and just lowered just the on-track part by like 1 or 0.50 and smoothed it, it would have made this way more of a like actual motocross track. But the sort of thing he's developed here is more like a say of like a trail type thing like that. So it's cool backyard vibes. Always fun riding on tracks like these. So yeah, dude's name on the forums is Titan. Yeah. Gotta love those forum names where it's like just one name. Yeah. I don't know. I would assume most people at this point on MX Simulator would be using their like full real name, but you know, to each their own, I guess. But oh, that's sick right there. Did you see that back on that left side of that rock face? Look how those decals look so good, dude. Like that kind of rocky, but it's sort of faded in with the grass and faded in with this other sort of darker dirt type shit. I don't know. It looks really good. He's almost got like a cobblestone vibe going on. Like if he had a little cobblestone castle, I wouldn't question it. You know what I'm saying? If he had that on this track right here, it would just seem to fit right in. So, kind of an interesting entire filling he's got. Did I do it again? Come on, Spence. You know better than that, bud. Either way. Okay, I was like, fuck it, I'm out, dog. Do that twice, I'm out. Cool trees, kind of feel like you're down in a little mystical forest a little bit, you know. Cool feeling like that with the flowers and everything. But either way, really cool tree object too. He's got like 2 or 3 different tree objects. He's got more of this bush shrub. So these are a lot more of the more higher detail, higher fidelity type billboards and trees and objects in the game. You can tell these are a lot newer than like certain grass billboards that you would find from 2013 or 12 or some shit. You know, this is obviously way more modern. He's got this cool, this whole entire, I don't know, like taller blade grass area. Gives it a nice little contrast. You kind of feel like you're actually on a real place because you see that over to the left. It's cool when they, instead of making the entire track like one type of tree or grass or whatever over the entire thing, it's cool. He's got like that little area over there. He's got like more of the foresty wooded area over here. Over here is like the coastal area, right? So you get all these little interesting combination vibes and shit. And what the hell are those? Butterflies? Definitely a butterfly, Spence, for sure, dog. No, but that's what you'd find on a trail track right there. Kind of little off-track barriers. But yeah, dude, I love this like rocky decal, cobblestoney rocky decal right here. The on-track itself, it's all right, you know. It's all right. But I would say what really makes this track special and brings it all together is the off-track. There's another area of the taller grass blades over here. Damn, he put a lot of fucking billboards down right there. Look at that. It's like, that's so many billboards. But either way, shit, I think these are statues. Yeah, these have to be statues. These aren't even billboards, I don't think. But either way, sick track. Yeah, about all I got to say to it, dog. I'd say overall, I'm gonna give this puppy like I really love the beach area, dude. Like, actually riding on it. Surprisingly, this is like a fun little fucking area. You wouldn't think it would be, but you come down here, place to practice your wheelies, place to, you know, fuck around. I don't know. Kind of reminds me of, you know, that map on MX versus ATV Alive that where you're riding those wheelies down the beach side and you got the ocean off to the side of you. That kind of reminds me of it, so that's pretty cool. Dude, JLV has to add the ability to be able to make tunnels with terrain in this game. Could you imagine a goddamn tunnel where you go through right here, you know, and then come back out on the beach to go through back in the tunnel under the terrain? He's got to make an updated where it's not just the height map, but you can actually tunnel shit. Oh, God, that would be awesome. That would open up so many doors with track creation in this game. He's got to do that eventually. Damn, that's sick how he's got those grass and flower statues and whatnot where it's kind of angled. So it's kind of like it's growing on an angle. Really cool area just in general, like what he's kind of imagined and created here. So either way, giving this track 8 overall. Difficulty, probably easy. Easy to medium, right? Not really any roughness to speak of. Super smooth. Kind of that more smoothie beginner vibe. There's aspects of the on-track that feels like a really, really old MX Simulator track. You know what I mean? It kind of feels like that a little bit, but you do have a kind of a berm in some of the corners and shit, but not a whole lot. Not a whole lot of really big jumps. Kind of standardy on the fun factor side of it, but the off-track makes it to where it's like, dude, I don't really give a shit. I'm so much eye candy on the off-track, it's fun anyways. Like, you know what I mean? Or it gets to a point where you can make an off-track so good that it don't really matter. I mean, the on-track still matters, right? But you get what I'm saying. Like, if this off-track wasn't like this track wouldn't really be shit. You know what I mean? So, but it's kind of cool because the on-track sort of matches the whole vibe of the off-track too, in a weird roundabout way. Like, this sort of on-track wouldn't have really matched any other track other than this kind of crazy mountainy coastal thing, right? I don't really know how to explain that, but you just got to know what I'm saying. But either way, yeah, appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Don't forget, all my track reviews are in a playlist on my front page if you want to go see any of that shit. Also, all my other playlists are on there. All my two-stroke wide open videos on MXM in a playlist. My real life, IRL videos are in a playlist. All of my pro racing videos on MXM are in a playlist on my front page. You guys can really get to, and I'm not trying to say this in a cocky way, but you can really get to binge watching some shit when you get in there on, like, if you just want to see pro racing videos of MXM, you can get on my pro racing playlist and watch them shits for like literally like 5 hours. I mean, that's how many pro race videos I have on there. Like, if you want to go on there and see just two-stroke 125 wide open shit, you can sit there and watch that for a while. Got all of my playlist on there, so all you got to do is click on my channel and go check that out. But either way, be back on the next one. Have a good day, boys. We're going to keep this thing rolling, keep it going. Got big plans for 2020. Going to make it happen, dog. So either way, later, dudes.